Alright, what's up people? You know who it is. It's your boy Hustler88. Welcome to this channel. I know it's been a minute now, but it is what it is. I haven't been making videos in a minute, you know, due to circumstances that I'm dealing with right now. Outside of gaming, you know, I'm really occupied life without gaming right now. Due to circumstances, you know, I didn't have enough time, I didn't have enough energy, and then I have enough, you know, time to do it because, you know, of life circumstances. But it is what it is. I'm giving it to you raw and uncut. Now I'm giving you NBA 2K16, my first impressions towards it. You know, I'm a little bit late for it, but look at the graphics, yo. Like, the graphics is a lot more better than last year. Like, based on like the body scan, like the body scan is like similar to last year. Like, the physique is a lot more better than the previous 2K series, but 2K16, like, they stepped it up a notch. Although it's a similar graphic feel, I feel like they upgraded the graphics to the point where it makes it more realistic now. But now let's start off with my career, my story mode. Like, the story, like, it's a lot more advanced now. Like, it's a lot more detailed. It's a lot easier to like comprehend now, because like with my career, like, your player is Freak, and I don't like the name, but as you progress throughout the story, like, you can figure out why he's the player that you are playing with is called Freak. But the story takes place in Brooklyn, and pretty much in Brooklyn, you know, you're trying to find, you know, different, you know, obstacles, you know, different options. I don't know why the phone is ringing, but anyway, let's get off topic. Anyway, you're trying to figure out ways of getting to the pros, like being a basketball player, you know, making up to the top notch. You get to high school, then you get to college, then you get to the NBA. Before you get to the NBA, like, you get into so much conflict. The family get into so much conflict to the point where it's like they trying to figure out if this is the best fit to go into the NBA. Like, the education is like the primary key of being successful, because, you know, his parents wasn't successful. They didn't go to school. But I'm not going to get into the whole story. You got to really figure out for yourself. You got to really look into it. And if you skip the story, I don't know what's up with you, really. Like, something's wrong with you mentally. You might not like 2K16, to be honest with you. But I'm joking. But if you don't get into the story, I mean, you're missing the big picture of the game, like the overall, you know, my career. And when I watched the story, like, I was just really fascinated. I was really appealed to the story. But now I already got through my career. Now it's time to go through the gameplay. Like, the gameplay, hands down, like, is a lot more, like, the AI is a lot more smarter now. Like, every time when you go down, back and forth in the court, like, when you get the ball, like, the players, the computer, this pretty much the CPU just pretty much has this type of smarter AI to the point where it's like it can actually read the players. They can actually read situations. Now you don't have to worry about, you know, dictating what the players should do. They already know what to do when, you know, bad situations come up, when they are just going, you know, downward. Then with the dribbling mechanics, like, they implemented the dribbling mechanics to a point where it's like, now it made it more realistic now. Like, they can just actually be confused when they make that dribbling mechanic. They can just make the, like, it's a freestyle type of dribbling mechanics. Like, when you dribble, like, in a different angle, like, sometimes they can be confused. And when they dribble the ball, it feels like, wow, like, you can actually, you know, do it the way you wanted to do it. And when you do it the way you wanted to do it, but it got to be accurate when you do it, because if not, if you're not doing it in an accurate way, you can easily lose a ball. Like, you can seriously lose it and the other team end up getting the ball. Then with the shooting mechanics, like, when you, like, make a one-handed shot, like, you feel like you own the game. Like when you make that shot, just because you make the shot doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna make it automatically. But when you make the shot, like you gotta make it with confidence. Like Stephen Curry, for example, when he make that one-handed shot, you know for a fact that he's going to make that shot because he feels like he owns the game. He feels like you have confidence when you make that shot. But with NBA Live 15 and 16, I didn't see that reaction because with that, like every time when they make the shot, like it doesn't feel like they own the game. Like you don't feel like you own this game with the intensity that you want. Like you plan this game out, like you plan to win this game. Or even when they miss a shot, like you don't see that reaction. But with this game, like you can actually see the reaction of the players making that, like that shot, like with confidence. The defense, well, in terms of the defensive mechanics, like the defense, they did a really good job with the defensive mechanics. Now when you detect a player, for example, like you can actually see, like when it's on green, you pretty much can see that they can actually see that they can't get past you. Like really, like when it's on green, you can actually have that feel to like attack them, like guard them in a way that it'd be a lot harder for them to go past you. And I think they did a really good job with that. Although they did a really good job with it, I feel like they need a little bit more work in terms of the double team. Like when they double team, they don't react really fast when they pass it to the open man in terms of the offense. Because when they pass it to the open man, like they don't react really fast. Sometimes when they attack another, offensive player, sometimes like when they dribble the ball, like they don't really react quickly. Like they really need to fix that a little bit. Although they tweaked it out, I feel like they tweaked it out a little bit, but they need a little bit more work. Just bear with me, I've written down a lot of stuff. Now I already talked about the new features, which is the gameplay and dribbling mechanics, shooting mechanics, defensive mechanics. Now with the online service, I feel like the online service need a little bit more work in terms of the Pro-Am. Although I was really excited that they brought the Pro-Am back. I never even played Pro-Am like during the previous 2K series, but with the Pro-Am now you can just play without even waiting. With the park, they need to like take away the waiting list, because you gotta wait to play like during the next game. But I mean the parking, like my career, like when you play at different parks, I like the the atmosphere where they added new features with, like, sometimes I feel like it's just awkward to have like a park that has like animals, like pools. I mean, it feels awkward. They shouldn't have that in there. But other than that, it feels like a lot more better than 2K15. But with the service, sometimes with the Pro-Am, like it'll crash sometimes when you play with the Pro-Am. Sometimes like you have to wait a long period of time to just play, and sometimes it'll crash, and they really need to fix that. But just tell me what you think about this video. Leave your thoughts, comments, and tell me what you think about my facial scan, because it's been really hard to like do a facial scan. Sometimes like it's a lot more better than last year, but even though it's a lot more better than last year, I'm really used to the face scan now, because I understand the pros and cons of doing a face scan. I looked up YouTube videos, and pretty much during the YouTube video, like they had problems with it, and they was frustrated, got mad, got angry. It didn't turn out the way they wanted it to be. But for mine, when I scan my face, like I have to do it in an accurate way. Like I went on YouTube, did some research on it, and I found out that you gotta have better lighting. Although I don't have like a better lighting, I got a lighting bulb in my room, and pretty much I use that to scan my face. it may not be 100% perfect, but at the end of the day, it looks similar. But just tell me what you think about my facial scan. But just give me your comments below. Just comment below and tell me what you think about this video. What you think about 2K16. This is definitely a must buy. If you don't have the $60, maybe you'll get it when you get paid during the next pay period, or maybe Christmas or whatever. It's worth $60, but I definitely need to upgrade my player because, you know, I just started my career and I definitely need to upgrade. Just so what you think about this video, and I'm out. This is Peace Salute. God bless.